Shut up and sit down.
And now, streaming live from the sunny Southern California coast, this is Options Uncensored.
Hey everybody, I'm Steve. Welcome to Options Uncensored. We're making real option trades in real time together. Let's get right into it. First things first, make sure you have your brokerage account open so you can follow along. Have your YouTube video quality set as high as possible. That way you can read the numbers a whole lot easier. Have a calculator on hand so we can do some very easy math. And finally, remember, this is not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes only. All right, welcome guys. Happy Monday. Let's check in on our open positions. Roku, we opened, I believe, on Thursday or Friday. It moved against us a lot, but it's come back a lot, so we're basically flat again. We opened at 69, flat. Micron, open at 36, marks at 53. Moved a little bit against us, but that's okay. They have earnings in a little bit more than a month, so we'll keep an eye on that. CCJ, we're already making money on this one. We're up $9. So far, so good. And gold, we've been holding this one for a while. This is November expiration for gold, so we're approaching that one fairly soon. And gold is moving back in our favor, only down $27. We were down over 100 at one point, so we'll take a look at gold as well today, I'm sure. All right, with this move up in the S&P 500, we've had a lot of volatility sucked out, which means there's not a lot of option premium, so it's going to be harder to find some new positions, but we can do it. First one's first, let's go at Li Auto, LI. Up 8% today. And it looks like this one may be post-earnings. I've never traded this one before, but we have some movement. Actually, no, this isn't earnings. Their earnings are the 9th before the open. I don't know why this is up so big today. Since we have earnings this week, we're going to hold. We'll wait till after earnings. If there's a bigger movement up even more, then we'll look at this one. Next, Key. K-E-Y. Look, this was an upgrade today. It's already sold off. Earnings aren't until January for the banks, so we're past earnings here. I do want to take a look at the KRE and the KBE. That's the bank ETF. It's approaching this 200-day. And the banks overall are very weak, so maybe looking at the call side. This is an $11 stock, so it's harder to get something filled with these smaller stocks. Maybe we'll look at Citibank or something instead. No, Citibank is in the news today because of some restructuring and layoffs going on. For Citi, we're still in December expiration, 39 days till expiration. 39's too close to sell, and the 38's too far out to get anything worth it, so we'll skip the put side. On the call side, same thing, 45 is too close, and the 46 too far out. All right, let's look at DraftKings next. DKNG. This is day 2 after earnings. Here's our chart. Let's look at the call side again. I think we looked at this one on Friday as well. The 39. If we sold the 39, we'd have to buy either the 41 or the 42. So it would be a very tight spread. If you've got a small account, that's good. You're not risking too much. Let's pull out our calculators. We'll subtract. Take 47 minus 17, divide that by 2, and divide that by 300. It's only 5% there if you sold that $300 spread. 39.42. Let's take a look at the chart. Where's 39? 39's all the way up here. I don't like the call side that much. On the put side, if you sold the 29, about the 26, that's 43 minus 14 divided by 2 divided by 300. Same thing, 5% almost. And we'll skip this one. You're not going to get paid for this one. Let's look at the KBE and the KRE. So it looks like the KBE is coming down. May have missed this one. We should have sold the call spread on Friday. On the call side, nah. This one is too illiquid. Not a lot of volume either. Let's look at the KRE. That's the small regional bank ETF. Same thing, we had this movement down. Didn't get up to the 200-day, but it's close. On the call side, if you sold the 47 and bought the 51, $400 wide spread, 47 is 48 minus 9, divide that by 2, divided by 400, almost 5% there. That's not bad. On the put side, if you sold the 39 and bought the 35, that's 47 minus 14 divided by 2 and divided by 400, 4.1%. So you're getting paid more to sell the call side than you are the put side. That's interesting. KRE. Where's 47 on the chart? 47 is right about here. That seems awfully close for 39 days till expiration. All right. Let's move on. Let's look at the KWEB. KWEB. I think this one's up today. It's already sold off a lot, though. Trying to sell a call spread on this one as it gets closer, somewhere around 28.5. So we're not there yet. Next, NVO. Post earnings now, day 2 post earnings. Sorry, day 3 post earnings, up 3% today. Really good looking chart. Take a look at the call and the put side. Some volume here. On the put side, you have to sell the 90 by the 85. That's 70 minus 32 divided by 2 divided by 500. Only 3.8%. We'll skip the put side. You don't get paid for it. On the call side, awfully close here. You have to sell the 110 and buy the 115. 112 minus 47 divided by 2 divided by 500. 6.5% there. Where's 110 on the chart? 110's up here. We don't have earnings involved in this expiration, so that helps us out. We'll make a note of this one. And come back. Carvana's next, CVNA. 3 days after earnings. Down 2.5% today. It's a Wonko chart. It's had this big move up, big move down, bounced off the 200-day. Now it's kind of in no man's land here. On the put side, you'd have to sell the 22.5 and buy the 20. 73 minus 42 divided by 2 divided by 250, 6.2% if you sold this put spread on the call side. The 40 is too close and the 45 is too far out. You definitely get paid for it though. 130 minus 65 divided by 2 divided by 500, 6.5% there. I'd rather take the put side and sell Sell the 22.5. Where's that on the chart? 22.5 is right about here. That seems awfully close, though. Let's move on. Microsoft. We are post earnings by a week or two. Next earnings are January 23rd. Here's our chart. Close to an all-time high. Very close to an all-time high. Let's see what the call side is looking like. We sold the 380 and bought the 385. $197 minus 130 divided by 2 divided by 500. 6.7% if you sold the call side there. Sell the 380, buy the 385. Where's that on the chart? $380 up here. That would be an all-time high. Well, hold on this one. If it continues moving up to around 370, 375, then I'd be interested in selling the call spread. Not yet. We're a little close on this one. I'm going to write this one down to keep an eye on. A little early on this one. Okay, next, Coinbase, C-O-I-N. Day 3 after earnings. On the put side, if you sold the 65 and bought the 60, what do you get? 122 minus 75 divided by 2 divided by 500. 4.7. That's not great. We'll skip the put side. On the call side, the 105 is kind of close. You'd have to sell the 110. Don't sell the 105. It's too close. 178 minus 129 divided by 2 divided by 500. Almost 5%. It's like the bare minimum we're looking for. Where's 110 on the chart? Up here. That seems fairly priced. I don't like this one right now. We'll skip this one. Moving on. Ferrari. Race is the symbol. Look at that post earnings. 1, 2, 3 days up. And maybe an all-time high as well. Let's look at the weekly really quick. Yeah, this is at an all-time high. This move may be overdone. So let's look at the call side, selling the call side. Not a lot of volume. It's too illiquid. We'd want to sell the 360. Your spread here is 30 cents. And to buy the 370, 20 cent spread. Close but no cigar. 360 is beautiful. Just not a lot of volume. It's too illiquid. It's going to get hard to fill. And if we get into trouble, it'd be very hard to roll to January. We'll skip this one. Close. Next, let's follow up on Starbucks, SBUX. 2 days, I think, after earnings. 3 days. Well, I have no bias towards the calls or the puts. On the put side, you'd have to sell the 95 and buy the 90. That's 47 minus 19 divided by 2 divided by 500. Horrible. 2.8%. Skip the put side. On the call side, sell the 110, buy the 115. It's probably even worse. 32 minus 9 divided by 2 divided by 500. 2.3%. Skip that one. Horrible. All right, we're going to take Starbucks off the list. Let's check in with gold, GLD. See if you still get paid to sell the call side. So here's the chart. I sold my call spread here. It's moved against us a lot, but it's kind of leveled out. And it may be coming back down. It's down today. If I had to, I'd still sell the call side. I have November expiration, but we'll look at December. I'm not rolling this yet because it could have a move down and I'll be out of the position to make my money. If it does keep moving forward against me and it becomes, if the 186 becomes in the money, then I'll consider rolling it to December. But right now, I'm keeping November open. For December on the call side, though, let's see if you still get paid. You'd have to sell the 191 and buy the 196. 113 minus 48 divided by 2 divided by 500. 6.5%. You still get paid. That's not bad, considering how much it's leveled out. Where's 191 on the chart? 191's right up here. That seems to be fairly priced. You don't have much to worry about with the gold ETF. You can keep rolling and rolling. No earnings to worry about. On the put side, I wonder if you get paid more. If you sold the 177 and buy the 172, is that right? 53 minus 15 divided by 2 divided by 500, 3.8%. So for some reason, I don't know why, you get paid way more to sell the call side than you do the put side. The 177 pays you $53, and the 191 pays you $113. So there's a lot of call skew here. I don't know why, but keep selling the call side is what I would do. Like I said, I'm happy with my position. All right, next, TLT. The bond market. The 10-year, or the long end of the curve, may be moving up as far as yields are concerned, which means that the price will keep selling off here. Let's look at the call side really quick. You have to sell the 92 and buy the 97. That's 65 minus 18 divided by 2 divided by 500, 4.7%. It's not. I've traded the TLT before. You don't get paid very well. It's not very volatile. On the put side, you have to sell the 81. And what, buy the 76? 45 minus 11 divided by 2 divided by 500, 3.4%. So you're still better off selling the call side. 4.8% return. If you sold the 90, I can't remember what it was, 93 or 92. But I'd skip this one. All right, that's that. Let's go to our IV rank scanner, and we'll sort by volume. So, with the VIX coming down, the major indices moving up, we've lost a lot of volatility. We're also past the majority of earnings, so we've lost a lot of volatility there. So these numbers are going to be a lot fewer and far between. The SPY. Remember the SPY a week or two ago was in the 60s. Now it's down to 24. NVIDIA has earnings on the 21st. We have that to look forward to. The TLT, still 58. It was in the 80s a week or two ago, so it's still has some volatility priced into the options, but again, I wish there was something better. We'll come back to Novo if there's nothing else. Disney has earnings in a couple days. So hopefully they have a big movement that's not priced in. We could do something post-earnings. Rivian, the 7th. Same thing with them. The TBT. Ultra short 20-year. JD. Bumble. Bumble was in the news this morning. The 7th after the close. They have earnings coming up tomorrow. I think it's something with their CEO resigning. But it's only a $12 stock. It's not worth. You're not going to get paid for it. Next page. Schwab. Down 2%. A lot of volume. SCHW. Earnings are in January. Let's look at the call side here. The 60's awfully close. If you sold the 60, bought the 65, that's 50 minus 9 divided by 2 divided by 500, only 4.1% there. The banks are in a weird spot right now. Let's look at JP Morgan really quick. Skip the put side. On the call side, you skip the call side too. The 150 is too close. The 155 is too far out. Let's go back to our list. KRE we already looked at. N phase. We've traded this one before. It's tricky. ENPH. $67. I feel like this company could go out of business any day now. On the put side, you'd have to sell $65's too close, the 60's too far out. If you sold the 65, bought the 60. That's 153 minus 82 divided by 2 divided by 500. 7.1% if you sold the put side. You're definitely getting paid to take the risk. We're 65 on the chart. $65 is right about here. No thank you. Yeah, no thank you on this one. Skip this one for sure. What about the call side? You'd have to sell the 90 and buy the 95. That's 152 minus 86 divided by 2 divided by 500. 6.6%. Where's 90 on the chart? No thank you on this one. Way too close. 90's right about here. Skip this one for sure. Pfizer. Pfizer is post earnings, but they have an event on the 9th. A biopharma symposium that they'll have their Chief Business Innovation Officer, Executive Vice President. That's a title. Skip. We already looked at Lee. Dish is down 20%, but it's a $4 stock. Lilly. Let's take a look at Eli Lilly. LLY, post earnings here for a couple days now. Nah, I'd rather do Novo. Let's go back to the list. Snowflake has earnings on the 29th. We're too close. Upstart has earnings tomorrow after the close, so we'll tune in on Wednesday morning. Hopefully they have a big move. Unity. Roblox has earnings for Unity. Affirm has earnings. We'll follow up on these three later this week. GM, post earnings. It's too small of a stock, though. It's only a $30 stock. Trade Desk has earnings on the 9th. We've traded that one before. That one's always fun. Earnings. The GDX, I'd rather trade the GLD. Datadog. We post earnings, DDOG. Earnings are the 7th. Tomorrow morning. So we'll follow up tomorrow morning with this one. Celsius earnings tomorrow before the open. Robinhood, no thank you. Let's look at one more page here. Then go back to Novo. SMCI, we already have a Micron call spread open, so we'll skip that one. Warner Brothers. No, wait. Yeah, Warner Brothers Disney. Sorry, Discovery. That's only an $11 stock. Too small. Too small. The XLU. Let's take a look at the XLU. Here's our chart. I wish it would move up a little bit more. Then we'd sell something on the call side, somewhere around, I don't know, 64, 65-ish. On the call side, if you sold, you don't really get paid for this. Skip this one. You don't get paid for it. On the put side, maybe you get paid on the put side. If you'd have to sell the 58. Sell the 58 and buy the 55? No. 32 minus 13 divided by 2 divided by 300, 3.1%. Let's skip this one. Anything else? Devon has earnings tomorrow after the close. Pinduoduo still up there. I think we checked this one sometime last week. PDD. This will be the last one we'll check out. Earnings November 27th. Too close. No, I don't want to touch this one yet. All right, let's go back to NVO. Look at the call side again. We sold the 110 and bought the 115. There's 110 on the chart right here. I don't know. Earnings are fine. Just concerned about the liquidity here. Got a 10-cent spread here. 10-cent spread here. It's going to be a 20-cent spread. I'm going to have to hold on this one. Just too liquid. A little bit of volume, but I'd rather have a better spread here. Better chance of getting filled and better chance of rolling if we need to roll. All right, but our positions that are open are looking good today. Everything is in the green. Coming back big on gold, so that's great. I wish I could open another gold spread for December, but I think I'm going to hold off on that one. But happy Monday, guys. Thank you for tuning in. We'll tune in every morning, 7:15 a.m. on the West Coast, 10:15 a.m. on the East Coast. We'll trade options together. Just don't have a lot of volatility right now, so we'll have to wait for something good, okay? Let your friends know that are trading options and having trouble to tune in as well. We'll trade options every day together. See you tomorrow morning. Have a great one.